Hi everyone, this is Christy Gardner with Your Minute Motivation. Today I'm going to share with you something that has profoundly influenced my life for the good. And it's just a small portion of the overall concept, but I think it's a powerful one to use for just a minute to take time and contemplate it. When we put together a budget, we are told to keep track of all the expenses and all of the income. Even just small amounts can make a big difference. When we decide to watch our weight, we're told to keep track of the food that we bring in and what kind of food it is and the amounts. Well, when we are dealing in our relationships with one another and with ourselves, it's really important to keep track of the positives and the negatives in those relationships. Stephen Covey introduced this concept in one of his books, and he referred to it as an emotional bank account. Especially when we are dealing with our children, it's really important to keep track of the positives and the negatives. And sometimes it's very surprising how much those negatives add up before we see the positives. The same goes true for our spouse and even for how we treat ourselves. Our self-talk can be very negative versus positive. So here's an exercise for today, and that is for every one negative that you allow yourself to say or to think, make sure you have 10 positives in that emotional bank account. And especially with your children who are in their formative years, pay attention to how many times you speak to them positively before you allow a negative. And in their case, I would even suggest trying to get 99 positives before you get a negative. After all, they're just learning, and they haven't learned, and we are their teachers. And the best way to teach is by example. And the best way to learn is through love. So today, take a minute to keep track of the positives and the negatives and focus on the positive, and you'll make a difference. Have a great day. Talk soon.